Isn't this the most epic loading screen of all times? I sure as hell hope that they bring it back in the new Battlefront game. Hey guys, and welcome to the second episode of Star Wars Battlefront, What the Fans Want. You guys showed some amazing support on the first episode, so I'm definitely going to keep making these videos while waiting for more news to come out. I also have to add that we got over 120 likes on my last video, guys. That is absolutely amazing considering how small this channel still is, so thanks a lot for that. Now let's get started. I think this is something that has a spot in every Battlefront player's heart, the heroes and villains. I would argue that this is probably one of the most important additions in Battlefront 2 compared to Battlefront 1. This feature has two different sides we have to consider. First of all, it's the reward hero feature that allows the best player in each team in a normal Battlefront match to get access to special characters just for that map. These characters include Jedis, Siths, bounty hunters and other famous characters from the Star Wars universe. And they also have special abilities that far exceed those of a normal infantry soldier, which is what makes them so fun to play. These characters then have a different kind of health bar than infantry soldiers. This health bar slowly goes down while you play your character, and every time you kill someone you gain a little bit of health, and every time you get hit by someone you lose a little bit of health. This way you can practically play a hero for a full game if you play good enough, but you can also die very quickly if you don't manage to find anyone to kill, or if you get hit by like an 80-80 shot or something like that. This feature then extends to the next side of it, a completely new game mode called Hero Assault, or Heroes vs Villains, which was only playable on the map Mos Eisley, where each player could choose from all of the heroes and villains in the whole game depending on what team you were in. This game mode is probably one of the most played ones in Battlefront 2, and I really hope that they bring it back in the upcoming game, and not just for one map like in Battlefront 2, but for the majority of the maps that are the right size for this game mode. But I think the important thing to make sure is that the new game has some kind of heroes and villains in the normal game modes, as I first mentioned. Because to have some kind of reward system is really good in my opinion, as it gives something back to the people who play good. However, they need to make sure that this is balanced somehow, and that the best player isn't only the one who killed the most people, because that will lead to shitty teamwork and people will only care about themselves and try to get as many kills as possible. But the person who helped out the team the most should be rewarded. At some cases this could mean killing a lot of people, of course. But if someone goes around capping a ton of bases or taking down massive vehicles, I think that those people should be rewarded as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing what DICE is planning to do with this feature, and hopefully they won't disappoint us. This is something that comes mostly from my own opinion, but I've also had a few of you guys suggest it as well. Theater mode is something that I think is really important to modern games, and I'm surprised about how few games that actually has this feature. Battlefield 4 just released, and as far as I know they don't have any kind of theater mode or recording system, which kind of disappoints me, to be honest. What I mean with a theater mode is basically some kind of system that records all of your games and allows you to watch them afterwards. Call of Duty might not be the best game, but I have to give it to them that they really do have a good theater mode. It basically allows you to go and watch all of your previous games from every single angle of the map and every single person's view, which leaves huge opportunities for video makers, which might also be why the game has grown to be so big on YouTube. I think this is something that modern game developers really have to consider, because a very few people actually go through the hassle of recording footage live when you are playing a game, both because it takes a lot of good hardware to do so, and because it takes up massive amounts of hard drive space to do so. I think that when I record gameplay, about 1 minute of gameplay is usually 4 gigabytes, so you can imagine how fast my hard drive would fill up if I were to record every time I play the game. Some kind of recording system in the game means that a normal player that isn't a YouTuber like myself still have the ability to get in afterwards and watch that awesome 80-80 takedown or epic maneuver with the X-Wing, and then record it and share it with the community. I have no doubt that something like this would really strengthen the community a lot, since it will massively increase the amount of people that actually make videos about the game, and therefore spreading the game even further and motivating more people to get involved in the community and to play the game. And I don't think it's a very hard feature to implement either, because a lot of really old games like Counter-Strike even has this feature. And it doesn't have to be an advanced system that records it from all different angles, but the system that was implemented in Counter-Strike was good enough for me. It simply records the gameplay from first person view, the way you see it when you play the game, and then allows you to watch the gameplay inside the game, and from there you could record it with whatever program you were using, such as Fraps. It's very rare that people even mention this feature when they talk about upcoming games, but I really hope that we can get DICE to understand how important this feature actually is. Anyways guys, that was all for this video. I only covered 2 topics in this video because they were both pretty big and I felt like they were important and I wanted to cover all the details about them, but I still have tons and tons of more stuff to talk about, so make sure to stay tuned for more episodes in the near future and make sure to leave your further suggestions in the comment section below. And until the next time guys, may the force be with you.
The power of the dark side.